Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 68 of betting $100 a day every day for a year. What a day yesterday was on social media, eh? A lot of sports betting discourse. I'll say one last thing on the matter. A lot of people look at sports betting as a binary thing. Either you're winning money or you're losing money. You're a degenerate addict and you're going to be homeless because you have a gambling problem. I think there's a very realistic middle ground between those two things, where you can gamble responsibly, have fun doing it, but also over the long run be a losing bettor, and that's the middle ground that I strive for, and I encourage all of you to strive for as well, because obviously one side, the addict side, is extremely destructive, and that can ruin your life, and it's a very real thing. But then the opposite end of the spectrum, being a winning bettor, is possible, but it's extremely difficult, and you're probably not going to do that unless you put forward a lot of time and resources to learn how to truly, really do it right. So let's aim for the middle ground. Let's have some fun. Let's gamble responsibly. And let's enjoy today's action. A lot of fun stuff to bet on today. We got the Players' Championship. We got college basketball, conference tournament action. Just a quick recap of yesterday's plays. While all the sports betting discourse is going on, I'm in the middle of a cold streak, which happens. But you stay well within your means, and that's okay. You're okay. So 1-3 yesterday for a loss of $42.73. That brings our year-to-date record to 119 wins, 137 losses, one push for a loss of $290.35 on the year. Let's get into my plays for today. We're going to start off with a bet on the Players' Championship. I got $20 on a matchup bet between Ludvig Aberg and Victor Hovland. I will back the Swede, Ludvig Aberg, at minus 118. I also bet a little bit on him to win the Players' Championship at 18-1, but that's not a bet that's being included in this challenge. By the way, this bet is also available specifically on DraftKings for matchup bets, not 3-ball or 2-balls for matchup bets. Players who are playing in different groups. Different sports books are going to have different matchups available to bet on. This one is specifically available at DraftKings. Neither of them tee off till this afternoon, so you do still have a few hours to place your bet on this if you want to. Victor Hovland, yes, he shot 3 under yesterday, but he gained 3.58 strokes around the greens, which is crazy and I don't think sustainable throughout a tournament. I say that, but kind of Akshay Bhatia kind of won last week solely from his chipping. So it's possible, but I think the Ludvig is playing the much more sustainable type of golf. He gained 2.49 strokes off the tee and 1.43 strokes with his approach play yesterday. That's good news. That's sustainable. I will bet him as a slight favorite, minus 118 against Victor Hovland today in round 2. $20 on that. Next bet is a $20 bet on Wisconsin plus 8.5, minus 110 against Illinois. Surprised to see these two teams, that the spread is this big, because a lot of very similar numbers. Wisconsin 49th in effective field goal percentage, right behind Illinois at 40th. Illinois' biggest strength is grabbing rebounds and winning the turnover battle. They're actually first in the country in effective possession ratio, so they can run away in a game when they face an undisciplined basketball team, but that's not Wisconsin. Wisconsin actually is also a good rebounding team and also doesn't turn the ball over at a high rate. Illinois first in the country in effective possession ratio. Wisconsin not too far behind. They're coming in at 37th. So I think Illinois is going to struggle to pull away in this one. I understand that Wisconsin is likely not going to have Nolan Winter again today. Hopefully that doesn't hurt them too much. I could see how that could hurt them in the rebounding department against this Illinois team, but still I think 8.5 points is too many. I will take the Badgers plus 8.5. Let's take a look at a semifinal matchup in the MEAC. I will take $20 on Howard, minus 20, minus 110 against South Carolina State. I don't know how South Carolina State made it to the semifinal. They're a really, really bad team. 341st in effective field goal percentage, 328th in defensive efficiency. Howard is 192nd and 9th in those two categories. Howard, a very, very, very good defensive team. Both teams have a high 2-point shot rate, but Howard is 58th in opponent 2-point field goal percentage. South Carolina State is 337th. allowing teams to shoot 56.4% from 2-point range. So I'm not afraid to lay the big number on Howard. I'll take them minus 15, minus 110. Next up, we got $20 on a Big 12 tournament matchup. I'll take Iowa State plus 4.5, minus 110 against Arizona. You might not know this. Iowa State's actually a better shooting team than Arizona. 21st in effective field goal percentage compared to Arizona at 42nd. They also outrank them in defensive efficiency. Now it is 3rd and 4th, so they're right next to each other, so it's pretty small difference, but it is worth noting. And technically, they do outrank them both in shooting and in defensive efficiency. So I'm going to take the 4.5 points with Arizona, or with Iowa State. I think the Cyclones are still being underrated. And then finally, we will wrap things up. $20 bet on my UC Irvine. Anteater, Zot. I should have wore my UC Irvine jersey. Just realizing that now. That's my bad. If they win tonight, I'll wear it on tomorrow's edition of this video series. But UC Irvine's taking on Cal State Northridge. I will lay the 4.5 points on UC Irvine here. Both these teams play very similar style of basketball, but UC Irvine does it better. UC Irvine, one of the best defensive teams in the country, 8th in defensive efficiency, 1st in opponent 2-point field goal percentage. So if they take on a team that largely shoots 2-point shots, that team's going to struggle. You can shoot the 3 against UC Irvine. Don't even try to come inside, though. In CS Northridge, not that good of a defensive team. 122nd in defensive efficiency, 164th in opponent 2-point field goal percentage. Both these teams rank high in 2-point shot rate. So I think UC Irvine has a stylistic advantage in this one. Lay the 4.5 points with the UC Irvine Anteaters, Zot. Those are my 5 plays for today. Best of luck to all of your bets. Gamble or bless. I'll see y'all tomorrow.